Hey guys, it's SketchQ back again. It's been a long time. School is really hard. It's China and middle school. So I figured out I'd do a commentary while doing some practice levels because I don't actually have any time to do any more animations. Yeah, and I also haven't been practicing cubing for a long time, and I went from sub 12 to around 20 seconds. I think this is 17. But yeah. Anyways, on the topic of Chinese schools, I figured I'd just be talking about some funny stories from Chinese school stories. I don't know. One of the main reasons school's so tiring is because the overall education in China it's so much more than just learning from textbooks, and that was my main impression of Chinese education. Well, what happens is that there's something there's Gaokao and Zhongkao. There's it's basically Gaokao is the SAT in China, and it's really really strict. It's really hard apparently. I'm still in middle school, and Zhongkao is the middle school SAT. I don't know. It's the only way you can get into high school, and the future is everything in China. Because of these two really big tests, it's a lot of students would just learn something that's not in the textbooks just to keep up with the flow is normal, but most people right now are just going ahead of the flow and making sure that they're ahead of everyone else. But as you know, there's always going to be that one Asian kid. There's thousands of Asian kids that just learn something from university, and yeah, it's just really crazy. And there's also a really weird thing in my middle school is that there was gifted class. I know there's gifted classes because I was one in the gifted class. I was in the gifted class in America, but apparently there's hundreds of gifted classes in China. And what happens is that if you have a really good score, especially in math, math is so important, and I believe that's where the rumor where Chinese people are good at math, that's probably where the rumor came from. But especially if you're good at math, you get into a gifted class, then the gifted class just makes you even more better at math. And the overall effect is that unless those people that weren't in the gifted class before, those people that didn't have that high, the full score for math is 150 points. And if you're not over 130, you can't get into that gifted class. So those people who are over 130 just get squeezed into that over 140. And the people who are under 130, if they're not going to learn something by themselves, they're just gonna get thrown behind. And the difficulty of the tests just gets even harder and harder. And from 130 they go to 120, 110. Yeah. Originally, I didn't think I was that good at math because I forgot my overall performance in America, but I didn't think that I was that good. Maybe I'm wrong, but my memory is not that good. Anyway, when I came into China, it's something clicked or something changed. My math just started getting actually good. I started getting full scores in every single test, especially when I came into middle school. Originally, the first test, the monthly test, we have tests every month. The first monthly test, was terrible. I got 142. It's not that good. But for the second monthly test, which is the midterm test, I just got first place in my class, just out of nowhere. So basically, what happened? It's just crazy, and I got swept into the gifted class. And my experience with the gifted class is that I learned so much more advanced techniques for math and overall problem solving techniques for especially the most difficult questions that they put at the end of the test. It just seems so easy when you've learned what I've learned in the gifted class. In the end of term test for math, I got 144 points. The highest scored in my grade was 147. I got like third or fourth place for math. And for our class, just like that, I was first place, and second place only got 132. It's like, that's what happens when like the gifted class happens. It's just like, it makes 12 points with absolutely no people. It's crazy. Another effect of this Chinese education is everyone wants to get first place. Well, not everyone. There's a guy in my class who just doesn't care, just lies down. But everyone who cares, about 75%, 80% of the entire country just wants to get first place. And originally, I just wanted to get a good grade. I just wanted to get first 5 of my class. But the first monthly test, I got 7th place. I was okay. The only problem was my grades were not that high. But in the end, I just continued getting first place after that test. So except that test, all first place. And well, there was this ambition in me that I just wanted to get first place in the entire grade. Just of the entire grade, I just want to get first place. I just want to get over 800 points overall. It's just a burning desire to get that. Also, there's a really popular phrase just to describe the competition, the competitive environment of primary, middle, high school. It's in China, the best translation I could think of is involution. It's just when it's like a rat race where everyone is just trying to get number 1, and so the only way to do it is just by learning things on your own. If your eyes are like a hawk and you can actually see what my background is, what my background has, apart from the sunflower and the MGC and the bowl of mangoes, you can see the calculus book. I think that I'm the only person in my grade that actually learned calculus, but it's just really afraid if someone actually learns calculus, then I just need to make sure that I'm ahead of the flow. That's why I've just learned trigonometry, statistics, probability, number theory, just everything in math that you could possibly think of, topology, or linear algebra, vectors, matrices. It's a little bit much, and that's probably what contributed most to how tired I am. And also, there's a lot of physics, chemistry, biology. I'm also just involuting all of these, and it's really tiring, but it just feels not so tiring. Endorphin, the good brother of dopamine or something. My endorphin levels are so high. It's just, I could go from 5 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock at night. It's just 19 hours of straight studying. That's what the education is like in China. Anyways, I've spent 10 minutes just talking about this education in China. I'm just ranting about this. I probably can think of something nice to say, like some funny anecdotes or something. I think I can start off with the job of the daily class monitor. In China, there's the Chinese version of the class president, but we also have daily class presidents, and actually it's called the daily class monitor. So what a daily class monitor does is, from Monday to Friday, each day has a daily class monitor, and for that day, a daily class monitor of that day would become the quote-unquote class president. Of course, there should also be an original class president that already exists. However, for our class, it's a little bit different because we don't actually have a class president, and we have 5 daily class monitors. When we were going to select the daily class monitors by means of a campaign, I originally wasn't the ones who wanted to go and campaign for the job, but some of my friends just told me, hey, you have the potential to become a daily class monitor. And I'm like, okay. So I went up and I did my thing, but originally I was also going to campaign for propaganda commissioner. It's just a really fancy term just to say that I'm the class delegate for art, and I just control everything that is under the umbrella of design and art. Well, a lot of art. Because, well, of course, I can do animations. Whoever's seen my channel knows I do animations. Probably you, by the way. But, yeah, I was going to be doing the propaganda commissioner. What I brought with me was a USB drive with 2 of my animations that I haven't uploaded to YouTube yet. But, yeah, they're actually not that good. That's why I didn't upload it, but they were just something I did because the school wanted me to. So when we were campaigning for the propaganda commissioner later, I brought my USB drive onto there. I plugged it in. I opened the 2 animations and like, here's what I can do. Fun fact, I got the job of the propaganda commissioner, but I believe because of my animations, they were inclined to also vote for me as the daily class monitor. So there was like 10 people that were already doing what we call the class head teacher assistant. Again, this is China. It's like the best translation I could think of. They were basically the people who were supposed to become the daily class monitors. They were like the preliminary class presidents, but there's 10 of them. We have to kick out 5, of course, because there could only be 5 daily class monitors. I got in there. So basically, 6 of them were kicked out when they've already done it for like an entire month. They've already been doing the job for an entire month. I came and dropped an entire bomb on them, and 6 of them are wiped out. It's crazy, but another funny thing about being this daily class monitor is apparently there's a quote-unquote curse of the daily class monitors. The curse is basically like each one of them has to be sick. Just there has to be something that goes wrong with them. We're jinxed, okay? We're all of us are jinxed. So the Monday class monitor, daily class monitor, what happened to her was she got a bone fracture in her arm. Just a few months ago, there was like this huge pandemic of some mycoplasma or something, and the Tuesday and Wednesday class monitor, well, they both got it at the same time apparently. So the Thursday class monitor, apparently she got it too, but we don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows what happened. She just went home. And well, I'm the Friday class monitor. I was the lucky one. I got sick at the end of term. So, but what happened was, like, the Monday class monitor, even with the bone fracture, she's doing her job. Great. Perfect. The Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday class monitor all got sick at the same time, the same period of time. I helped them do their job, like, for 2 weeks straight. I just worked from Tuesday to Friday, just straight, and I got a 1 day break on Monday because, well, she's doing her job. It's just, like, really funny how we all got sick. How I got sick was, apparently I went to the doctors, the dentist actually, to get my braces working, and I got home sick with some mysterious sickness, and I got sick for 1 day, and the next day I could go. So a funny thing is that day was Friday. I got sick on Friday when I'm supposed to do my job on Friday, so tops off to whoever helped me do my job. Lastly, I'll just ask my friends in America. Which one of you actually learned phonemes to learn English? The answer is probably no. None of you. I didn't. Because, well, just English pronunciation just seems so easy for us. It's so simple. It's just something that we take for granted, but it's just hard to imagine that there's a bunch of the population that doesn't even know how to pronounce English, and that's probably the reason why phonemes exist. But that's hard for, especially me, that's hard for me, because in order to just be normal at English in China, I have to learn phonemes too, and it was just so hard to learn phonemes when I think it's so normal. Anyways, I think that's it for this video, and hope you enjoyed. It's not that much, and let's all watch me fail this very last solve.